Whoever's room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging on the lamp, and his raincoat is there in the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. His workbook is wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed, and his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whoever's room this is should be ashamed. Donald or Robert or Willie or... Huh? You say it's mine? Oh, dear. I knew it looked familiar.
The Student Council has an important role in all of our schools. Next to me, I have Mrs. Richard, the sponsor of the Carl Sandburg Junior High School. Mrs. Richard, if there was one thing you would want people to know about Student Council, what would it be?
Well, actually, Kelly, the students have an opportunity of having a first-hand experience at the way a government system works. They talk about the different ideas that they have, they vote on different ideas, things that would benefit the school, and they reach an agreement. They learn how to discuss things and agree.
How do the members become elected?
Students that run as a candidate first have to follow a certain procedure. They must maintain a C average in all of their classes. Then they have to have a petition signed by 50 students to support their running as a candidate. They must prepare and give a speech in front of the entire student body, and then they're allowed to run. They're elected by a majority vote of the student body.
What were some of your accomplishments this year?
This year, every year we like to do a community benefit thing and also a fundraiser for the school. This year, our community drive was to raise food for the needy in the Palatine and Arlington Heights and Rolling Meadows area. Our food drive this year was very successful, and we donated all of the food to the Palatine Food Pantry, which actually services some of our own students right here at Carl Sandburg. The fundraiser was very successful, too. We raised several thousands of dollars for the school through the magazine drive. Parents are asked to renew their subscriptions to various magazines that they now receive, or possibly students ask their friends and relatives to renew subscriptions, and in that way we get a portion of the subscription price. This year, I believe we raised somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000, and that money in turn is put into the school to buy various things such as computers, possibly put money toward band uniforms and things like that.
Do you have any plans for next year?
Well, next year we plan on working on our communication between the student representatives and the homeroom students. Unfortunately, many of the things that we discussed at our meetings were not taken back to the homeroom, or the students didn't have an opportunity to bring it to their homeroom and discuss it within their small homeroom unit. So this year we'd like to work on communication. For next year we'd like to work on communication regarding getting the information back to the student body.
To my understanding, you had a student council meeting not too long ago. What was discussed in this meeting?
Actually, we had a meeting last week, and at that meeting, being that it was the last meeting of the year, we discussed how we would like to spend the money we raised at the magazine drive, and many ideas were brought up, such as buying new books for the library, or some video equipment accessories for our school, possibly some more computers for the school's use, and also putting some of the money towards band uniforms. One other idea was to buy new entrance mats for the front of the school. This would be represented as like the 8th grade class gift to the school, and then its use is the 7th graders benefit from it as 8th graders next year, and it's left for the school to use.
Thank you, Mrs. Richard. As you can see, the Student Council has an important part in all of these schools. I'm Kelly Laughlin reporting for Carl Sandburg Cable Network.